this week in the NBA. What was something that stuck out to you this week in the NBA that you want to highlight, Riv?
Well, I want to highlight, me personally, he's the greatest coach in NBA history for me, Greg Popovich. He's the first coach.
Over Phil?
Yeah, for me, it's
whoa.
I got Greg as number one. For me, he's first coach ever to
Bulls
get
fan
15,
and taking Greg.
1,500 wins as a coach. I thought that
amazing.
was impressive, amazing. You know, the steadiness from Greg Popovich, the tough mindset, that military brain he got. I feel like, for me personally, he's the best coach of all time. And if you have Phil over him, I can't hate on that. For me, Greg Popovich is one. So shout out to him. His young squad, they a tough team this year. They don't get a lot of wins, but they make every game competitive. So you got to show some respect to them. And he got DeJounte Murray playing at a high level. So for me, that's what I'm gonna say.
This week in the NBA, Joe Ingles, unfortunately, torn ACL, will miss the remainder of the season.
Tough.
Who?
Joe Ingles.
Yeah, that sucks.
And that does suck. However, his numbers this season are just not up to par with what Joe Ingles has been in terms of shooting. Last season, shot 45% from three, which is insane. And it was probably unreasonable to expect him to shoot around that mark again, but dropped down to 34% from three-point range, dropped down in points per game. He's down almost 5 points per game. He's really struggling this season, but that's kind of horrible to say after I just said he tore his ACL. But I do want to wish him a speedy recovery, of course. The way that the Jazz are playing right now, I'm not saying that it's solely due to that, but there's a lot of things going on with the Jazz right now. There's a bunch of issues going on internally between Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, where apparently they're quote-unquote under each other's skin, where they seem to just have some issues right now and they can't mend them. Then you have Joe Ingles going out. It just seems like a lot is going against Utah right now. It shows in the win columns right now. Last season they were a dominant number 1 seed. This year they're 4th in the Western Conference. They look like a shell of the Utah Jazz that we saw last season. And it's interesting to see what's going to go on with Utah come playoff time. I've been very consistent. I'm not the highest on Utah, and they're definitely not proving me any more wrong with the way that they have performed this regular season. And similar to Harden, they're a dominant regular season team, struggle come playoff time. Now we're seeing them struggle in the regular season. 4th in the Western Conference isn't struggle, but in terms of how we were projecting them earlier in the year, where they were supposed to be fighting for at least the number 1 seed.
Donovan got hurt.
True, but that's just what comes with the Utah Jazz right now. Donovan has, at least these last couple of seasons, has been injury prone. It's unfortunate, but when Donovan's on, they go. It's that clear. And both him and Rudy have been missing some time also. So it's a matter of health with these guys, but at the same time, they need to get it together.
About this week in the NBA is kind of something a little funny. I kind of found it interesting how Shaq and Ben Simmons had like a little feud. I heard that they went back and forth. And, Shaq obviously didn't want to explain, obviously what was said between the two. But it just got me thinking just a little bit more in the grand scheme of things is Ben Simmons has a lot to prove. A lot of people, for the right reasons, have been out on him as a player or about him as developing as well or reaching his full potential. So Ben Simmons has a lot to prove. And another thing that I also did find out for this week in the NBA is Ben Simmons recently just got vaccinated. So I don't know. I don't like per se. I don't know like if that really means that he's going to be on the move this year or whatever the case may be. But that's kind of interesting how right before the trade deadline he's getting vaccinated. So maybe maybe something could be spewing in the background. Maybe this could be the Daryl Morey pulling the trigger on the Nets or whatever the case may be. So yeah, a lot of this has for my NBA today has to be centered around Ben Simmons. Just the outside noise, him getting vaccinated. I think it's all gonna tie into one really soon before the trade deadline because I do think he's on the move.
This week in the NBA, the Timberwolves have scored at least 120 points in 4 straight games. That is their longest streak in franchise history. And my guy, Anthony Edwards, who should be an all-star replacement, said, in 5 years, I want to be the face of the league and have a couple of MVPs by then and have a ring.
I love his confidence.
In 5 years, I would expect to go to the finals for sure. And I will say this. Not only will the Timberwolves finish with the 5th seed in the Western Conference this season, because that's still going to happen, and I haven't forgot about it. And I know my Minnesota fans love me. I love the Vikings. I love the T-Wolves. Let's go Minneapolis. I love the city. Got to visit the city for sure. This team will make the finals within the next 4 years. With Edwards and Cat, and they're going to try to be aggressive to get some pieces now. They talked about some maybe Marcus Smart could come in. I'm telling you, Minnesota's on the rise. They have 2 superstar players in Cat and Edwards.
You don't think D'Lo has superstar potential?
D'Lo's an all-star, which is super important.
Yep.
What's a super team? Two superstars and an all-star. Edwards is not quite at the superstar level yet. He's too inconsistent. But next year, and really in his 4th season, he's going to be a superstar in the NBA.
I'll tell you what, man. I mean, if they could keep the team together, which to me is the biggest issue, if Cat...
Yeah, and they signed Jared Vanderbilt. He's going to be here.
Bro.
You know who Vando is?
Anthony Edwards is a dog, dude. He's amazing.
You said finals in how many years?
4.
Within the next 4 years.
Within the next 4 years.
The only thing that I could push back on it is if Cat stays through the years.
I'll even say this. I'll go as far as saying this. We view the Memphis Grizzlies as the next team up in the West.
Because they've actually shown it.
It's actually Minnesota. If one of those teams makes the finals within the next 4 years,
that's unfortunately where
Minnesota will be the first one to do it.
He lost me.
That's where you lose me, King.
Memphis is a well-built team. I feel like right now Grizzlies have been playing great basketball.
And Chris Finch has been a phenomenal coach for the T-Wolves. He's really implemented a defensive system that is quarterbacked by D'Lo. Who would ever thought D'Lo is the one calling out defensive assignments? I mean, he's changed up his game.
He has.
Minnesota is finally for real this time on the rise. It's not just a whole they're gonna really finish the season out strong.
Well, Cat's contract's up in 2 years, so
that's my
hopefully
concern.
he sees enough to stay. Memphis, there's no comparison. I'm sorry, I get it. Memphis, Minnesota's the real team. No, Memphis first round last year.
Are you in on Memphis?
They're top. I'm not gonna say they're gonna make the finals.
I've been telling you, Riv. It's on Jaren Jackson. And
Jaren Jackson's been bugging.
I know, but he hasn't been all-star,
defensive player of the year,
superstar. Jaren Jackson has to take that leap into all-star, like consensus all-star.
But he hasn't. My thing is he hasn't done it, and they're a top 3 seed in the league. I mean, the West.
He's been playing very good this year.
So they have great depth.
Comparing Minnesota to them is kind of crazy. But 5 years.
I mean, I just see Minnesota, and I think you look at the top. Yeah, they have 2.
That's the same thing with Memphis.
Who's the other superstar?
Jaren Jackson.
You think he's gonna be a superstar?
I think he could be a superstar.
You'd bank on it more than Anthony Edwards being a superstar?
No, I wouldn't bank on it more. But Ja's already there.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson and Cat is already there.
Cat's a superstar level player.
Cat's a superstar level talent, but we don't that's still
his production is superstar.
I mean, production has to show results.
Cat's numbers are out of this world.
No, production has to show results.
Cat is a superstar. Anthony Edwards will be a superstar.
That's crazy.
Cat's a superstar.
Okay, let me ask you this.
That's tough to say.
Let me ask you this.
Tough to say.
Which big 3 are you taking for the next 3 years? Just these 3. Ja, Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, or Cat, Edwards, and D'Lo.
Yeah, I mean, that's an obvious answer.
How's that an obvious answer?
The thing with me, why I choose Memphis, is I like their depth.
So you're choosing Memphis? No, the top 3 questions.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Which is what I lean your side, because the names alone,
because D'Lo's more talented than
D'Lo,
Bane.
correct. Jaren Jackson's
but I actually think I wouldn't be opposed to putting Bane over D'Lo. I'll be honest. For me, it's really about Edwards. I think is gonna surpass. I think he's already better than Jaren Jackson.
You could low-key say that Jaren Jackson's the 5th best player of the guys we listed. So you have Ja, Cat, Anthony Edwards, D'Lo, and then Jaren Jackson.
Right now, yeah, but he's also...
You think D'Lo's better than Jaren Jackson?
I think Jaren Jackson's better than D'Lo.
I don't think so,
You can say that, but he's also one of the youngest out of all of them. So
no doubt.
Cat's 25. D'Lo's 25, 26, one of those.
25.
Anthony Edwards is the youngest. John Morant and Jaren Jackson are literally younger than all 3 of them, except Edwards. These two, I get it. And listen, I get what you're saying. Cat has the numbers. I get it. But I think Cat's, this is Cat. John Morant and Jaren Jackson are literally still ascending, and they're the 3rd seed in the West. Like, are we
Do
not
you see
forgetting
Jaren
that?
Jackson ascending to higher levels than Karl Anthony Towns?
I don't think he needs to though.
Defensively,
he's already
But he's nowhere near him offensively.
Nah, but I don't think he needs
I
to.
wouldn't say
To Cat?
No, he's nowhere near him offensively.
I think
You're
Jaren
bugging.
Jackson
In the post,
Nah, you're
though.
bugging.
In the
You're
post,
bugging.
I don't know.
Jaren Jackson can get busy.
Nah, he's not.
I mean,
he's not on Cat's level.
He's only averaging
offensively.
like
Let me ask you
16
this.
points this season.
Let me ask all of you guys this actually. Ja Morant is the best player out of all the players that we listed.
In year 3.
Are we so sure that he's going to end up better than Anthony Edwards? I think Edwards is going to be a superstar. And I'm not quite out on Edwards
Why are
being
you out on Edwards?
better than
I
Ja.
don't know. I'm not out on
Can Edwards not be better than Ja one day?
It's
It took Ja.
What he's
this
in
is
year 3. Edwards is in year 2. Relax.
To average
And Edwards
20,
is also-
to average 25.
You're looking at it from a numbers standpoint.
I understand, but this is
in
year 2.
In year 2, Ja literally he may not have shown improvements in statistics, but he improved on the court. They got to the playoffs
And
round one, and Ja Morant went
what are the
insane.
Timberwolves doing?
Timberwolves are making the playoffs.
He didn't get there yet.
Grizzlies were 9, by the way. They were 9, and they got in because of the play.
Yeah, they got in by the play. That's literally helping them right now.
They're the 7th seed
right now, but that can change next week.
But answer me the
in that
question.
spot, bro.
But Riv, answer me the question.
What's the question?
Between Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant, which one are you projecting to be the better player?
Ja Morant.
Do you think Edwards has a chance of surpassing Ja?
Yeah.
Okay, now I feel a little bit better about you laughing.
Definitely has a chance to be better, but I think
I'll be honest. I know Ja's exceptional.
Ja's gonna surpass Cat, bro. That's
he's already
so it's like that's. And I think Jaren Jackson can surpass Cat, and maybe not maybe not in the numbers, but in terms of just impact on the team, I think Jaren Jackson can definitely. We glorify Cat and he's the superstar talent.
Weren't you guys not you guys? I apologize. Weren't you one of the guys saying that Cat could be better than Anthony Davis? I feel like not too long ago you were saying that to me. Yes.
I don't think he said that.
I did not say that.
Who put the poll up of Cat and Anthony Davis?
No. What?
Did you not put that on the pick aside?
I said who was having a better season. I didn't say he was better than Anthony Davis, bro.
Well, excuse me, bro. Excuse me for that.
Don't put that bad take on me, bro.
I was asking a question. You were on the pick aside Twitter, which is why I was curious.
We'll end this segment with this. In the next 5 years, who will be the better player, Anthony Edwards or Ja Morant? I'll start with you.
Ja.
Getting put on the spot like this sucks. I'm going to say Anthony Edwards.
I'm going to say Ja Morant.
I think Anthony Edwards is going to be the better player.
You guys are insane.
And I think he's going to be an all-NBA defender, too. Don't sleep on that.
Defensively, he's really good.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Defensively, he's really good.
He's going to be a more polished offensive version of Jimmy Butler.
I don't like
offensive.
I know that's kind of mean. Jimmy Butler gets buckets.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I don't think Jimmy's a really good passer.
Edwards' offensive game is past Jimmy's.
No, I'm saying, but Jimmy's a really good passer.
Yeah, but
that's what elevates his offensive game.
In terms of driving, who's a better driver? Edwards. In terms of handling the ball, who can get jiggy with it? It's Edwards.
Edwards gives me VC vibes.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Literally gives me Vince Carter vibes. Like offensively.
And Vince wasn't a good defender. Anthony Edwards, I think, he's motivated to be a great defender. And
motivation is the first thing for a young player.
I mean, he said in 5 years, I want to be the face of the league.
I mean, that's hot because there's a lot of guys in the league.
He literally gives me Vince Carter vibes offensively. Like, I don't know. I just think he can average 27, 28 a game.
That's the Ant-Man, bro.
We'll see. I like Ant, but we'll see about the Cat thing and all that.
You know that they compared a side-to-side picture with Edwards and Michael Jordan? They look identical.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like in terms of the face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
They actually look exactly the same.
Didn't really notice that. Yeah, we'll see.
He's already improved from year 1 to year 2.
Ja Morant's already improved. He's already a superstar.
We got to see that year 3 leap from Anthony.
Yeah, like what are you gonna say? He's a superstar. They're the 3rd seed in the West, bro. You can't say anything.
Plus, I want to see, like, if Minnesota, I believe they'll make it. I want to see how he fares in the playoffs.
I get all the Cat love, but the Cat didn't make the playoffs and be relevant until Jimmy Butler walked in. I'm just saying, like, Cat didn't be relevant until Jimmy Butler walked in the door.
I really see no reason why Edwards can't be the best shooting guard in the league. You look at all the shooting guards right now, like I don't see any reason why he can't be better than all of those guys.
Booker, Donovan. Maybe.
Levine.
Come on, you gotta mention him.
I'm just I was just naming guys.
Levine's efficiency is out of this world.
It's
but
unbelievable how
Edwards,
good he is.
Edwards, I think he can get there. He can get there.
I still lean Levine.
I lean all 3 of them.
Oh yeah,
right now.
Right now they're all better.
But I'm saying
for sure.
in the long, I love Levine's game. I love Levine's game.
The Pick Aside fam is getting blessed this episode. There's a lot of hot takes.
There are. Yeah.
That was just an out of this world take. I think just because you're Minnesota fandom, like you just love Minnesota.
Nah, Edwards is just the man, bro. He's the Ant-Man.
I would tell you if it's crazy. It's not that crazy. Anthony Edwards is like that.
Bro.
He's doing things in year 2 that Ja was not doing in year 2.
He made the playoffs.
Ja made the playoffs.
Again, he was the 9th seed and got in.
He beat Steph.
I'm still give him credit for that.
He averaged 30
and you're
in round
sleeping
1.
on Jay Vando, bro.
No, Jay Vando's good.
He's just
Jay
a role
Van-
player, though.
But he's an exceptional.
He's a role player, bro.
Bro, if Anthony Edwards goes into the play-in and he wins and he averages 30 in the playoff series, I swear to God, I will give you the nod.
They won't be in the play-in. They'll be in the playoffs.
Like I said, I will give you the nod. I swear to God, if he can do it. By the way, Utah was the #1 ranked defense last year, so I will give you the nod if he can do that. But Ja Morant literally averaged 30 in a playoff series, not just a game, and he had a 40-point game, bro. So please stop with the whole Ja didn't make year 2 adjustments, and then year 3
I didn't say he didn't make year. I'm saying
year 3 he just took the leap.
I'm saying that Anthony Edwards has shown more strides in year 2 than Ja did.
And you know, if you're just looking.
But
at
you're
the
right. In the
stats.
playoffs, he was awesome. I'm not just talking about stats. Again, they were the 9th seed.
Who?
The Grizzlies.
Well, I mean, Minnesota
beat the Spurs and
Minnesota
they beat the
was
Warriors.
just like the 9th seed like last week, bro. They can end up being the 9th seed. They can
They've
end
been
up being
playing
the
great.
10th.
They've been playing great basketball of late.
All right, I mean,
That's-
recency
man.
bias. We'll see.
The Clippers.
I mean, that's what we're doing with Ja Morant.
What you mean?
Recency bias. Ja Morant's been awesome.
He was awesome last year.
True, but
Towards the end of the year, he was awesome. What are you talking about?
Anthony Edwards was awesome down the end of the last season too.
As a rookie, they sucked last year.
They were terrible,
So
but
what
he
played
averaged
well.
25 in the second half of the season.
He sucked. I don't care.
Who?
The Minnesota Timberwolves
No, I'm
sucked
saying,
last
but
year.
Edwards averaged 25.
Oh no, but
in the second
I
half.
don't care. They sucked. Like, I don't care. Like
That helps your argument. I get it.
no, it's like why does it? Why are you
I
telling
mean,
me
they
that?
sucked because Cat was hurt, D'Lo was hurt. I mean, a lot of guys were hurt, bro.
They were 500 when all 3 of them played last year, too.
500 flat.
Just about. Just about.
Okay, I mean they're okay now. Memphis is nice, so we'll see.